I love cookies. So I decided to whip up a batch of fresh chocolate chip cookies from scratch. Following a recipe, I don't have it memorized because I'm no celebrity chef, but I can bake me some cookies. So I whip up some chocolate chip cookie dough, and as a personal note, I add a bit of fresh ginger. Just a tiny hint of spice because I like a bit of spice. I portion them out on a cookie sheet and toss them into the oven. And when they're done baking, I pull them out and put them on a big plate for anyone to try. Now, already you might feel some sort of social obligation to eat one of these offered cookies. Already it's possible that these cookies don't sound good to you. Already you might have thought what you would have added to your recipe instead. It's also possible you're excited to try one. But you also know that it's not the end of the world if you say no. Moreover, you also know there's no real need to explain why. It's just a cookie after all. Would you like to try one of my cookies? No, thank you. End of interaction. If my feelings get wounded, it would only be because I wanted others to accept my cookies. A want I created, and therefore the wounded feeling was brought about by my expectations. Now, rest assured, I will not be wounded because I have come to understand something about wanting, and it's what I'm going to talk about today. I ask you to imagine in this moment that my spicy chocolate chip cookies are my perspectives. My thoughts and ideas are spicy chocolate chip cookies, idea cookies. I also ask that you feel no obligation whatsoever to accept any of them. After all, to truly share is to do so without expectations. So before I go any further, let me introduce myself. My name is Chris Gritty, and my passions are mental health and integrity. What it means to live a human life dedicated to integrity. And chatterbox that I am, I could probably gobble up 3 hours of your time going on and on about the multiple ways to bring your awareness to this idea of integrity. Usually in this section of a presentation, it would be time for me to flex my credentials, but really, I don't have any. The more I thought about it, the more I told myself, what business do I have speaking about wanting? Who am I? And the best answer I could come up with is nobody. But I really want to share. So I chose to share anyway. I am nobody with a lot to say. I've decided to talk about one of these integrity perspectives and what I like to think of as the logical progression of thoughts that came from it. Whether the logic makes sense to others is yet to be known. You are all free to decide if this spicy idea cookie was baked well. I gotta say, it brings me so much joy to be speaking here today. I want very much to share this joyous vibe with all of you. I want you all, every single awareness, seeing, hearing, and or feeling present at this moment. I want you all to be free to be yourselves authentically. I want you to feel respected. I want you to feel empowered. I want you all, us all, to live our lives authentically. I want you to know my motivations clearly, transparently from the beginning. Fair warning, I may challenge a few common beliefs before I'm finished. I endeavor to do so with integrity. Now, that is a lot of wants. I openly admit it. And that's where I'd like to begin with this. Wanting. We all do it. And even wanting not to want is still wanting. Is wanting good, bad, or something else? It depends on the circumstances. So instead of getting trapped attempting to label it, I would like to simply focus on the mechanism of wanting and what it can lead to if we are not mindful. I'd like to share with you a list of my deepest wants to see if you share any of them. I want to feel safe. I want to be loved. I want to be heard. I want to be seen. I want to be respected. I want to be safe from harm. I want to be special. I want to be myself authentically. Now, each and every one of those wants, and there are hundreds, thousands more, but each and every one of them came from me. My desire creates these I want thoughts. If I create the want and I do not get what I want, Did I not create the situation? To say phrases like, the heart wants what the heart wants, doesn't create a passage beyond the issue. Our hearts are a part of us, not a separate entity with its own individual awareness and will. Our hearts are an incorporated part of our awareness. Wanting is born from our will. It doesn't get put there from something outside of our will. Another can persuade us to want, but they cannot make us want. We are the holders of our will. I ask myself this question: if I am the creator of my wants, then am I not responsible for them? If I made it, then it seems to me I can be the only one responsible. If I want and don't get my want, however I feel about it is due to wanting to begin with. And I just couldn't argue with that. Though there were parts of me that were very unhappy when it came to accepting it. So I knew I needed to take this further. Realizing there were so many things throughout my life I had come to believe I deserved. And how did that happen? At some point, my wants had transformed into deserves. Remember the want list I just shared a bit earlier? Well, I want to feel safe became I deserve to feel safe. I want to be loved became I deserve love. I want to be heard, seen, and respected became I deserve all of those things. I want to be safe from harm became I deserve to feel safe from harm. And going deeper, I realized deserve got attached to even more. I deserve to be free. I deserve to be appreciated and treated with respect and dignity. I deserve to be beyond the judgment of others. I deserve honesty and integrity. I deserve to be alive. By now, I hope I'm effectively highlighting the internal struggle enough for some of you to resonate with it. Just a reminder, I'm only offering you one of my spicy idea cookies, and if you don't like it, you don't have to have one, no hard feelings. I want to be free, but do I objectively deserve it? Did I earn it somehow? Can I deserve anything by default? Being honest with myself, I really didn't see how. After all, we deserve what we earn. I want to be treated well, but how do I earn that so I can say I deserve to be treated well? Well, I can model healthy behavior by treating others well, but that doesn't earn me anything from them. Believing it does is a human created social construct. Do unto others, and so on. Treating someone with respect is an offering, not a request for an exchange. Expectations have very little to do with healthy reciprocity. I want to feel safe from harm, but no longer believe I deserve to be safe from harm. I want to be myself authentically, but no longer say I deserve it, because that doesn't even make sense. I recognized what I was really saying was to be safe from the judgment of others. And I'm the only one who can stop me from being my authentic self. So there's no need for the word deserve. Want or desire do not equal deserve. I want to be free, but deserve? Well, I don't objectively deserve to be free, that's for sure. I believe we just all agree. So we work to improve our society to a level where we can all live authentically fulfilling free lives. I want to be loved and valued, but again, that doesn't equal deserve. How can I deserve others to freely love me when love is a gift, an outpouring? That would be believing my want is more important than another's want. So nope, I don't deserve to be valued, but I naturally want to be. Still, parts of me rise up and object to accepting this truth. Like nobody deserves to be loved, but we all need to be loved. So it's not something we want to accept. And that's where I got deeper with it. Taking deserve even further led me to entitlement. What am I really entitled to, no matter what anyone says? Am I entitled to anything just by existing? I've wanted to be seen, heard, and valued since I was a toddler. Now, does how long I've wanted something add more deserve points or entitlement points? No, I don't think so. But the longer I want, the stronger I want. The size of the want doesn't change that wanting doesn't equal deserving. But wanting can lead to thinking deserving and then lead us to a place of entitlement. I've said this many times in my 40 plus years. I'm entitled to my opinion. But am I? I have my opinion, and it can't be taken away. So what's to be entitled about? What we really mean is I'm entitled to be me and have my opinions be heard and respected. Again, that is a want, and I'm not actually entitled to any of my wants. I am entitled to a break from my stressors. How so? It's amazing how many of us decide how we earn our breaks. I've earned a break. I've put up with them long enough. I deserve a break because this job is hard. We create our own measurement system to justify our believed entitlements. So far, this left me with one solid idea. Want or desire does not equal deserve or entitled. I've spent a lot of time trying to disprove this or knock it down logically. So far, I haven't been able to. But I continue to try. I enjoy exploring. And let's take this one step deeper before we finish. What about needs? Because we've been talking a lot about wants, but needs are often confused with wants. Humans share needs with so many other life forms on this planet, so let's start there. What do all life forms on Earth need? They require water, they use energy, they grow and reproduce, and they can't really survive outside of Earth's atmosphere. Or how about what humans need to thrive? Safety, but not too much. A little salt in the stew improves things after all. Community, but not too much, or humans feel invisible, or even seen as having no value. Integrity. And I was going to say buts, but there's no buts on this one. I don't think there's too much integrity. My point is, even the things we all need, and therefore all of us mostly want, even those are wants. Water, food, freedom to grow, and our planet's atmosphere. We need water. We don't deserve it. We don't deserve it. We need to grow. We don't deserve to. We create the deserve by our survival. That would mean we're all entitled to our lives. And I see no other life forms on this planet who share that entitlement, so it seems suspect to me. We are not entitled to our lives because living isn't about entitlement. Living isn't about deserving. It's a human concept. I deserve to live. Why? How did you earn that deserve? That would mean we come into existence with entitlements by default. Like our opinions, we have our lives, and the concept of deserving doesn't belong in the discussion at all. So now, towards the beginning of this, I said I want you all to feel free to be your authentic selves. I want you all to feel respected. I want you all to feel empowered, and nothing has changed. Except hopefully now you can hear me speak my wants without feeling compelled or obligated to comply. Wants and desires do not equal deserve and entitlements. I'm not entitled to anything from any of you. In fact, being here and allowing me to speak and offering everyone here a gift of a spicy thought cookie is a gesture of kindness from all of you. And I sincerely do wish to thank you all for it. Recognizing, being mindful of my wants has released me from thousands of potential pointless disappointments and hurt feelings. Not all of them, but perfection is a direction, not a destination, and I strive to grow and progress. For me, letting go of my entitlements has been more empowering and freeing than I could have possibly imagined before experiencing it. I sincerely hope more humans consider it as well. Thank you. And that is the end of the rough draft of my TED Talk. I'm not even sure how long. Yeah,